Hey guys, so I was looking back at the footage that I just did, and I am like season 1 RuPaul blurry. So just bear with it. I don't I can't really refilm it since it's kind of like a first impressions. So yeah, sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Today we are going to be playing with the BK Beauty Brit Clarke brush collaboration and getting this beautiful makeup look. If I do say so myself, it was a dream to, well, I'll wait and give you my thoughts on the brushes in the video. But I just want to take a quick sec and introduce myself. My name is Haley. Here are my socials. Please go follow me on them. And this is my realm of creativity, where I mainly explore makeup and fantasy related things. So if that's interesting to you, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you as a companion on my quest. So let's get into it. It's my first time drinking on camera. I've got my Virgo mug. I have quite a collection of mugs, and I never use this one because it can't hold enough coffee, so it's holding my wine today. I'm drinking a really cheap wine. It's a strawberry mango. Oh, that tastes weird. I just finished drinking coffee, and that's the next thing I put in my mouth. Oh, that tastes so weird. Anyway, I know that Kate the Great Beauty and sometimes Brit Clarke has adult libations when they do their live streams. So I'm just trying to channel them as I drank at 12 in the afternoon when I'm filming this. Things are about to get weird. Today we are going over my first real luxury kind of brush set. I bought the Brit Clarke set. Brit Clarke has been a rather recent YouTube find for me, and I love her content. I've been struggling with my own YouTube kind of career, feeling like I'm not doing enough, and watching her just makes me feel like I am. I have a full-time job Monday through Friday, and so does she. I feel like we have kind of similar schedules when it comes to filming, and it just, finding her and her like saying that she, you know, has a job she's going to go be doing after filming, it makes me feel, validated isn't really the right word. I wasn't really finding too many YouTubers in my YouTube journey, and I watch a lot of people that were speaking about like their job outside of YouTube, and it just, like I said, it made me feel like I was doing enough in where I'm at currently. And I know I just started and I should be easier with myself, but it's really not in my nature to not like go full throttle, and if I don't, then I feel like I'm like not putting any effort into it. So that's just me, and finding her in her live streams. I've been being in the live chat of her live streams. I've never really been a live stream person. I wish I had the attention span ever since I started watching YouTube videos on 1.75 or double speed. It's been really hard for me to watch anything that I can't just make them sound like chipmunks. And another aspect is like, I don't know why, just some component of being in a live chat with people gives me like weird pseudo anxiety. Like I just I feel like I'm at a party of people I don't know, but I want to make friends. and I don't know how to talk to people, and that's how I feel about live chats. I've put myself out there in a couple of her live chats, and everybody's been so receptive and welcoming and talked to me, and I really couldn't ask for a better experience dipping my toe into live chats than Brit Clarke's live streams. Her community is really nice, really welcoming, and I just really wanted to support her. I'm going to go over the brushes that I use and kind of talk through the main ones that I use, what I use them for, how I typically do my face, and kind of compare them. I have high expectations for these brushes. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly go over kind of what brushes I think are most similar in my collection. I can already tell you off the bat I don't have anything like the 101. I will show you what I typically put my foundation on with. I feel really overexposed. Hold on. Okay, we are just going to go with this lighting setting because I felt like I was so like lights. Okay, moving on. So usually when I do my face, I do it one of two ways. I will usually underpaint with some contour or bronzer, just depending on what kind of look I'm going for. And then I will use a liquid highlighter underneath my foundation and spot conceal some areas. I will blend it with this, which is the 200 Real Techniques. It's a pretty dense brush. I'd say that this one is denser. It just is a lot smaller. It's probably good for buffing, or if I'm just putting my foundation on first and then going over top with my concealer and bronzer. Those are typically the two ways that I do my base. It really just depends on what mood I'm in. I don't have a strict way that I like to do my face usually. It's kind of whatever I'm feeling that day is what I do. So I use it to blend my underpaint and then to blend my foundation when I'm doing that first. I use this BH number 4 brush. It's a slightly angled, dense, and I'd say it's probably less dense than this. I use them pretty interchangeably, but I do prefer to use this one. And then when I am doing my underpainting, I will usually use a really light foundation. My go-to is this Revlon Candid Glow. And I will take it on the back of my hand and dip this brush. I don't know what brush this is. It has literally no writing on it. I don't even know where I got it. But it is very flimsy. It has multiple layers of bristles at different lengths, and I just use it to lightly buff the coverage over my underpainting, so I'm not getting a very heavy application of foundation, so you can see that bronzer and contour underneath the foundation. Sometimes when I'm doing underpainting, I'll top it with a cream blush and not set it with a powder. Sometimes I'll just do both of them. Sometimes I will go over top of my underpainted bronzer with my butter bronzer. It really just depends. Like I said, I don't have a specific way that I do my face 100% of the time. It's really what I feel like doing that day. This is, if I'm using powder at all, really is the blush brush, the 400 Real Techniques, which is a lot fluffier. I believe it's a dual fiber. I believe it's a dual fiber brush, but yeah, I just like the way that this applies my powder. I don't set my face. I don't even have a setting powder. All of my powders come from my bronzer and my blush, and that's it. Oh, and my highlighter. I don't have a real set brush that I use for that either. I'll either use my finger or whatever I grab. So, today I think I am going to do my eyes first, and then I am going to, oh, and I have 2 brush sets. I have the BH one, and then I have a AOA one, and I use a lot of different brushes, so I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything in my collection like the 202. This is going to be unique to me. And then the 2 closest that I could find in my collection that I have is to the 207, which I know is very popular. This one feels a lot stiffer. I have the AOA E132. You can see they're pretty I mean, the length is one's shorter than the other. But as far as what matters, the tip, this one is a lot stiffer, and this one gives a lot more give. Yeah, they are very similar. I don't do a lot of smudging underneath my eye. I'd probably use that for like inner corner placement. And then the next brush I have, which I should really retire this brush, but I don't really use it a whole lot. I got this in the Ipsy bag. The closest one to the 201, this one's a lot softer and has a lot more give to it. This one is just a little fuller. Yeah, this one is just a little denser, and I honestly cannot even tell you what this is. On the handle it says Bean Gotchas. I tried to say this already before in another video. Bean Gotchas, and it just says tapered blending. So those are my 2 closest eyeshadow brushes to those, and I don't have anything that is this shape. I showed you the brush that I have. All my other powder brushes are pretty either real small or just like really fat. Like, I don't have anything that is this size, period. So these 2 right off the bat are the standout shape-wise for me. And I think what I'm going to do is my eyes first, and then I'm going to do a foundation. A foundation with my blush and everything on top. And then I'm going to set everything with the powder version so I can use this brush as well. Typically when I'm doing my base, I use 1 brush. So if I use this one, I will use this to buff in my foundation, and then I will use it to do my contour, and then I will use it to do my blush. I'm hoping I'm gonna do it exactly how I usually do it. I'm really hoping it works, because I'm just not a huge multiple brush type of person. I usually just like to use 1 for my entire base. And then my eye look, I usually use like 2, 3 maybe. And then that's not including my brush that I use for my glitter glue and shimmer. It's mattes only. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm gonna part my bangs and do my eyebrows, and I will be right back. So I'm back. My bangs are parted and my eyebrows are done. We are going to be doing a blue look today, I think. I can't really think of anything else I want to do. I don't really feel like doing purple. Do I want to do purple? I think I am. I think I'm going to do purple. Let's do that. Yes. So we are going to do purple. I am going to prime my eyes with my Milani primer. It's the primer I always use. So I'm going to like do my makeup and then tell you how the brushes are performing kind of after the fact and maybe during if I have any thoughts. But for the most part, I'm just going to be doing my makeup and chatting about kind of what's been rude. Kind of what is going on with me. I'm gonna take the 201 and go over my lid. So my birthday was a couple days ago, and my Nana got me some palettes for my birthday, and I was hoping that they would get here like 2 days ago so I could film this 2 days ago. They did not, and I still haven't gotten them. Okay, what's going on? This purplish shit. I'm just gonna get this like bruise colored eye like blended and on my lid, and then I'm gonna make it look the same on the other eye, and then I'm switching purples. So yeah, my birthday was a couple days ago, and I was hoping to film with those palettes, but they did not come, which is fine. I'm just really excited about them, but I really wanted to get this brush tryout up, and it will be a surprise video. The brush feels really nice. I don't think I have anything that is like feels like this. There's a definite difference between this brush and like the brush I showed you from AOA. They feel different. They look in like they're the same brush head wise, but just like the feeling of them is very different. Kyle got me a backdrop for my birthday. I'm gonna try and hang that up. He also got the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, which anybody who knows me knows that is my favorite movie, set of movies of all time. I can't really pick one. Don't make me pick one. And it's just, oh, it looks a lot better now that I turned my lights down. Oh, I think, okay. And I have all but one disc left to watch. Probably do that tonight or tomorrow. It took us an entire day from 10 a.m. till 4 to watch the first movie. And then we watched the second movie and went to bed around, like 11. Yeah, like 11. I cannot believe just like how much stuff, like new scenes I've seen. I thought it was gonna be like a couple here and there, but no, there's like so much footage that you get with the extended editions, and I'm finding a new love of the movie just off of these, just off of the extended editions. I watch The Lord of the Rings anytime I am really, it's an all-encompassing movie for me. If I'm doing really well in life, I'll watch it. If I'm doing horrible in life and I need something to kind of push me to keep going, I will watch it. Oh, that sounded morbid. Not like that. No. Yeah. If I need encouragement, there we go. If I need encouragement, it has so many sides to it, and it fills so many things for me as a person. I don't want to say my personality is based off of The Lord of the Rings, but it has shaped me in every step of my life in different ways. And yeah, I didn't think that the extended edition was going to be as different as it is, and I'm not disappointed by it. It actually makes me really happy to find new connections to it, and inspiration from it. It's great. I'd highly recommend it if you enjoy the series and you haven't seen the extended edition. It is an investment, not monetarily, but just time-wise. It does take it takes a second to get through. I'm still not done with it, and I've been watching it since Wednesday. And it has a bunch of other features that I haven't even watched yet, which I assume will take me another 2 to 3 weeks to get through. So there's, I believe, 5 discs in each set. So one DVD set will have 5 discs. 2 of them are just the movie. So just before you get into it, know that it's going to take you a minute to get through. It's going to take you a minute to get through. My mom sent me Dance Dance Revolution, which was like one of my favorite games growing up. And my husband a long time ago got me a mat, and recently I'm trying to be a little bit more active when I'm at home on my weekends. I wouldn't say super physically strenuous job, but I do move a lot during the day to where I'm pretty tired when I get home, and working out takes that's fine. Working out takes a lot out of me to, I don't know if I said, I moved to the 202 brush. I moved to the 202. Working out takes enough out of me to where I just like can't do it in the morning because it will knock me on my ass for the rest of the day. Or I come home, or I like have motivation during the day to do it. So I'm like, I'm gonna work out when I get home, but by the time I get to the end of my day, I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. So I have started to try and do it on the weekends. I used to be really good at this game, and I thought that it was the mat that Kyle got me. It's not. I'm just not as good as I used to be. Granted, I would play this game every day, almost. I take that a little bit on my lid. I used to play this game almost every day, and I haven't really been in, it's just, I had to be nice to myself because I haven't really been working out, and I need to work back up to where I was, when I was in high school, because I would do it every single day, and I played Just Dance every single day, because that was like my workout. If I didn't want to go running, or if it was too hot or too cold to go running, I would play Just Dance 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutively, all of the songs that were the hardest, back to back to back as my workout, which was a little unhealthy, and I worked really hard to get out of that mind space, but I'm just not in a place physically where I can do that intense physical activity anymore, for that amount of time. I have to say, like, Brit Clarke always talks about the blend, and these purples, I've never had a purple eyelid turn out like this, honestly, and I've only used these brushes. I have to say I I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I can tell an actual difference between these brushes and my AOA set. I mean, their AOA set was like pennies, but it was still getting the job done. But I honestly might have found a new vice minus makeup. Brushes, geez, I want to just go buy all of them now. I feel very pretty. I haven't even put my shimmer on yet. Yeah, I feel really nice. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, dancing. I haven't. I'm trying to be kinder to myself and where I'm starting from, and saying that it's okay to kind of start over in my skill that I wasn't really practicing, and it's okay. I'm just trying to be kind to myself, and I know it isn't always easy for especially me, but for a lot of us, I feel like it's not really easy for us to be kind to ourselves. So if you're going through something like that, just remember, be nice. You're a person too. Putting a minute amount of shimmer in this look because I'm really just liking how it looks by itself. I'm just going on this outer corner right above my eye a little bit. Kyle's gonna love my eye look today. His favorite color is purple. I'm actually going to try the 207 now that I've just like put the, oh yeah, that's better. I've put my shimmer down. I don't have as much space to go back in with the other one, just to brighten this white up. I mean, it's okay. It's not the brushes, it's just, I feel like I want to put another shimmer on, but I don't really want to put another shimmer on because I really want that inner corner to be very light like that. So I'm just gonna leave it. Quit while I'm ahead. I am very impressed with these three so far. I didn't really get to use the 207. I might smoke out my lower lash line. It's not really something I do day to day. It's kind of a whim thing. I might not get a lot of use out of this today, but I will. I mean, it's in my collection now. I will be using it more often, maybe in some other eye looks to get a more precise outer line, outer V. So, yeah, that is how I feel about the eye ones right now. I feel like that shimmer is just like not, it's just not it, man. It's just not it. I lied. Sue me, I lied. I'm gonna put another shimmer on. Okay, I added another shimmer. I was saying that I do love these brushes. I haven't really gotten to use the 207 a whole bunch, but the other two I can hands down tell a difference in my blending. I would recommend these brushes right off of initial application, and we will see how the we will see how the face brushes do. I'm really nervous about this one. Just not, can it apply my foundation nicely? More of a, like I said earlier, I use typically one brush to do my foundation, bronzer, and blush together. So I'm going to use it exactly how I typically use my other brushes and see how it works. And if it doesn't, that doesn't mean it's a bad brush. It just means I might not be able to use it the way that I use my other brushes. So we are going to move on to my face. Okay, Okay, my face is primed. I am going to do some slight underpainting, not anything with my contour. I'm just going to do a couple of spot some spot concealer with my Wet n Wild, Photo Focus Concealer. A couple of dark spots that, a couple of new scars from some pimples. I scar really easily when I get acne. I have been doing research into cruelty-free brands, and on a lot of websites it's saying that Wet n Wild is no longer cruelty-free. This does have a leaping little cruelty-free bunny on it, so I don't know if this is just old packaging or what. The websites that I've been looking at have been updated 2019, 2020. So I will do a little bit more research on that, but I'm pretty positive that Wet n Wild is not cruelty-free, and if that is the case, it makes me really sad because they have my all-time favorite nude lip for me shade, so I will be trying to find a new kind of dupe for that color. It is the Give Me Mocha shade right here. I've never loved a color so much I've never loved a color so much as I have loved this Give Me Mocha shade. So if they are not cruelty-free anymore, then I'm just gonna use what I have. I'm just gonna use what I have of theirs. I have that liquid catsuit in the Give Me Mocha. I have their Photo Focus, and I have their Photo Focus stick foundation as well. I think that is it. And I'll just use it up, and because I don't really buy a lot of concealers unless I need them, so this is the only one I have. So I'm just going to use it up and then get a new concealer. If I find out that they are still indeed cruelty-free, then that is great. I do really enjoy this concealer. It's all I wore on my wedding day, and Give Me Mocha is my favorite, so I will be very sad if they are no longer cruelty-free, but I am sticking to the fact that I will only be purchasing from cruelty-free brands, so, you know, the cookie crumbles. I am going to, like I said, spot conceal and blend that out with my fingers, and then go in with my LA Girl Luminous and just hit the high points, and then I will see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've spot concealed, and I have put a little bit of highlighter on. I am going to go in with two foundations today, just because one of them is a little lighter coverage, and I don't feel like I'm going to get as an accurate reading on the application of it, because it's kind of hard to mess up. I use this one with my fingers all the time. So I'm just going to a majority use that. I didn't even tell you what it was. The Revlon Candid Glow Photo Ready Candid Glow in the shade 110 Porcelain. And it's a pretty good match for me, which I'm not porcelain. And then I have the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid in the shade Ivory, which I'm also not ivory. So the fact that I am like the lightest shade in this one, not that great, but Revlon is not cruelty-free either, I believe, so I won't be repurchasing this once I run out. It will not be re-entering my collection, unless they decide that they are going to be cruelty-free. I'm going to mainly do a lot of the Revlon, and then just give a little bit of I'm going to mix just a little bit of the milk into it. I've mixed these in the past, so it should go well. And the milk one really isn't my perfect shade right now anyway. So there's that. I don't use a whole lot of foundation. Oh wow. I need to get up close with this. That is quick. I don't know why I smelled the brush. Wow, that was soups fast. Just gonna put a little bit right there. That is flawless. I'm gonna take foundation onto my forehead. Those who have watched me, I don't usually put foundation on my forehead, but I'm going to be putting bronzer and blush on my cheek, and I want to see how that works. And I don't put anything else on my forehead. I have a pretty small forehead, so I don't really bronze it. So yeah, I'm just going to take just a little bit of my foundation, hit my forehead, even though I never do that. Very soft. Oop. It's weird because I'm used to like a buffing motion. So if my hand looks like it's having a seizure, that's because it's not used to going in a swipe like that. Wow, that just... It just laid my foundation. I've never had a brush lay my foundation like this. This brush is amazing. This brush is so good. Wow. Hey, clickety clacker. Can you lay down? Please. That's probably all the foundation I'm gonna put on. I mean, it looks fabulous. I have so much left over, and I'm gonna get it in my hair if I don't take it off my hand, because that's just, I always get foundation in my hair. I am going to apply my bronzer, and then we are going to blend that out and see how that goes. I typically apply from the tube. This is blending like a dream. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I love it. It's just, the shape of the brush really lends to keeping things where you put them and blending them out as you're placing them. So the angle of it really makes it easy just to feather up and keep it where you want it and not really drag it down any further. And I think I'm going crazy. I feel like my nose is humongous. I'm gonna take my hair out while I continue with my blush. I have a rather warm blush. I usually dip into the pan, but try not to go too ham with the cream, just because I am, like I said, going to be going over this with powder to try out the other brush, which we are going to do. I am going to start setting my cream products with the powder version of them. Okay, so the Too Faced brushes. I love this one, the 101. The 101, hands down, the best brush out of between the two for me personally. Like I said, I like to blend everything all together with one brush. I use it for foundation, then I go over top of it with a bronzer or a contour, and then my cream blush, and I usually use one brush for all of that, and I did that today. Really good at blending into the layer that's already there and kind of making it one. I've never really had my base look so one layer as it does today, and honestly this brush is probably why me, but I'm really impressed with the 101. So that is my thoughts on that. This one, however, to get an overall opinion on the brushes, I decided to set all of my creams with powders, and I use this brush. It's the 104. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It didn't build up the way that I wanted to. I don't feel like it picks up enough product for me. I showed you some of my other brushes that I use for my powders when I do use it. When I do use powder, they're really big. Not really big. I've seen huge brushes for powder, but they're bigger than this one. And so I was finding that I was having to dip in a little bit more than normal. Now, that could be good, but it could be bad. Like, it's not a bad brush. It blends, it puts the product down. For me, I like super pigmented, like right off the bat, bam, blush that I have to blend away. I don't know why, most people don't, but for me, I like to go heavy on the blush, and so when I find myself having to build up and build up and build up, I tend to notice that one side will look different than the other. The way that Brit, Clarke, and I'm sure a lot of other people will use this, is to set the under eyes or just as an all over powder brush just to get a light dusting, and that's probably what it's meant for. Like I said, I don't have a setting powder. I don't set my face. It will melt. It's just gonna go away. So that is my thoughts on this. I am going to see kind of what else I can do with it. So I don't know. I've dabbled with some finishing powders in the past. This brush just isn't for me. It's a nice application. It looks good, but it did its job. It got the product on my face. It just wasn't dispersing it in the way that I like to do my makeup. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm still beyond impressed with the quality of these brushes and how my face looks today. I feel so pretty. I feel so pretty, and I don't think my eyeshadow has ever looked, let's see if I can get closer. I don't think my eyeshadow has looked more blended in my life. I will be using these brushes nonstop, especially the 101. I love this brush so much. I want to take my makeup off so I can use it again. I love it. It was the standout for me, and I want to get a little bit more use out of the 207. I don't really smoke out my lower lash line a bunch, so it might take me a little while to form an opinion on this little guy. But really, the brush set is for my first like high-end luxury quality crafted like bought this for purpose brush set. It's amazing, and I want to buy more of the BK Beauty brushes. I know she had a another foundation brush option that was a little smaller and rounder, that was a little more stipply, I think. I don't know. I will probably pick that up when I will probably pick that up, and if I don't, these brushes will be going on my Christmas wish list that I am currently making, so everybody knows what to get me. So I'm just flabbergasted, and I cannot stress enough how much Brit Clarke's community has made me feel welcome in her live chats, and really connecting with her on a level of this is something that we're really passionate about, but it's not something that we do every day because we have another job. I work 8 to 5, or I usually work 8 to 5. Sometimes I'll open, sometimes I close. I work a lot, okay? I'm at a store like almost 24/7. I come home and I take my dogs out, and I usually edit on the weeknights, and then I will film all weekend and upload on Sunday, and that is just the schedule that I am gonna have to go with right now because it's what works best for me. I found her at a good part of I found her at the exact right moment of my YouTube journey, in the beginning, and making me feel like I am doing enough with the time that I have, and I am really happy that I picked up this brush set and that I'm making this video and that I am here filming right now. And that is it. So I am going to go. If you guys like this video, please like, please subscribe. Yeah, I would love to get to know you, and if you guys picked up the set, which brushes you like the most, and if you have any other BK brushes that you guys have, which ones do you recommend, and kind of what you use them for. I'm really interested to see. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!